You guys, welcome back to GVW Fire Pro Wrestling. We are in season 14, episode 15. I've got 3 matches today. I have a triple threat match to determine number 1 contender for the Undisputed Territory belt, currently held by Kurt Angle. I have a 6-man division match. And then I have a WWE match between Bret Hart and Gunther. Bret Hart is coming off a win over Mark Henry in the last card. So he'll get Gunther, who lost to Mark Henry 2 cards ago. We're starting off in the 6-man division though. We have the main event Mafia versus the Hurt Syndicate. I was kind of contemplating, I couldn't decide if I wanted to have MVP or MJF. I went with MVP just because I think the MJF experiment is going to be over probably in a month or so. I think he's going to show his true colors and he's going to get booted out of there. So I'm going with MVP. And he'll be going against the lineup of Booker T, Kevin Nash, and Kurt Angle. I could have went with Steiner, but he wasn't in it as long as these 3, and I didn't want to put Sting in there. Alright, here we go. Main event Mafia versus the Hurt Syndicate. We'll go into the other 6-man match for the next card in a little bit. Alright, so here we go. Alright, there you have it. The Hurt Syndicate beat the Main Event Mafia. A little over 27 minutes. The match itself got a 91%. So the Hurt Syndicate will be awaiting the winner of next card's 6-man match, and that's going to be between Noah's Team 2000X, the heel team from Noah, versus Triple Threat. And of course, that's the makeup of Shane Douglas, Bam Bam Bigelow, and Chris Candido from ECW fame. Alright, so good match. 91%. Alright, next up, we're going to go with our undisputed territory triple threat match. Of course, Kurt Angle is the champion. As you saw when he came down to the ring, he had his belt on. As did Shelton Benjamin. He's the current TNT champion. Alright, so we are in TNA at the moment. Alright, so this is between Willie Mack, Jonathan Gresham, and Bobby Roode. Let's see here. It started off where Bobby Roode defeated Willie Mack back on card 12. And then from there, Jonathan Gresham defeated Bobby Roode. And then just in the previous card, Willie Mack defeated Jonathan Gresham to force that triple threat because each guy got a win. All right, so Willie Mack. I'm gonna go with there we go. Jonathan Gresham. Now, I was having him dress like that, but he doesn't really dress like that anymore. So I'm just going to have him be in his red. And Bobby Roode. We'll go blue. Alright, so this is an elimination, so the last man wins. Last one standing. That will determine the number one contender. I do that with my hardcore, my Midwest streaming, this one, the Undisputed Territory, and then of course my No Limits Cross Promotion division. All right, here we go. All right, so back-to-back matches that go 27 minutes, and this one gets a 100% rating strictly because it was a triple threat match. Bobby Roode was eliminated first, and then Willie Mack eliminated Jonathan Gresham for the pinfall and to become the number one contender to Kurt Angle's undisputed territory belt. Now, regardless of who wins that match, and that will take place on card 17, so in 2 cards, there will still be one more title match at the Mid-Year Mayhem pay-per-view. So it'll still be in TNA as well. So they still have one more match in TNA, and then that belt will move on to a different promotion with whoever the champion is. All right. So Willie Mack is set. He'll challenge Kurt Angle for his undisputed territory belt on card 17. We're card 15 right now. All right, we're down to our final match. This one is in WWE, WWF. This is in the world title scene. In the previous card, as I mentioned before, Bret Hart defeated Mark Henry. And in the card before that, in card 13, Mark Henry had defeated Gunther. So now it's going to be Bret Hart versus Gunther. All right. If Gunther wins this match, he'll force a triple threat match. If Bret Hart wins, he becomes the new number one contender to the world title. That, of course, is held by Bray Wyatt as of now. All right, here we go. Bret Hart gets the win with a roll-up small package. He becomes the new #1 contender to Bray Wyatt's world title. And Bray Wyatt is actually the one who interfered in the match against Bret Hart. So it seems he does not want to face Bret Hart. But Bret Hart will get his match. Looks like it's going to be on card 16, card 18. So we got 3 cards to go before that one comes. I had a few dark matches as well, and I'll run through those. In the TNA Grand Division, Ace Austin defeated Bully Ray. So Ace Austin will move on to the next card where he'll face off against Alex Shelley. In the U.S. Tag Team Division, the Filthy Bros, Matt Riddle and Tom Lawler defeated Dusty Rhodes and Magnum TA. And they will be going up against, let's see, the New Age Outlaws in the next card. New Age Outlaws defeated the Learning Tree. All right, and then in the CX division, Dralistico defeated Myron Reed, and with that win, he also defeated Johnny Gargano in the previous card. So he is the new #1 contender for the CX division. And he'll face off against Ricky Saints in an upcoming match here in probably also card 18. And then in a tribute, I submitted Sabu into the hardcore division, at least this round, the round robin, and he defeated Maz Kruger from MLW. So Sabu will move on to the next card where he'll face off against WCCW's The Missing Link. All right. So Willie Mack is the new #1 contender to Kurt Angle's Undisputed Territory belt. And Dralistico is the #1 contender to the CX division belt. And now Bret Hart is the #1 contender to the WWE World title. Next card setup, really nice. I do have 2 title matches. Samoa Joe will be facing off against Nick Nemeth, aka Dolph Ziggler, for the TNA World title. And then Kento Miyahara from All Japan will be facing off against Zack Sabre Jr. for the IWGP World title. And then, like I mentioned, the New Age Outlaws and the Filthy Bros, they'll face off to determine the #1 contenders to the Dudley Boys U.S. Tag Team belts. Alright guys, that does it for this card. To my kids, Austin and Andrew, Mommy and I love you guys very much, but more importantly, God loves you. And to everyone else, until next time, take care.